Pyro, Swedish Santa, is on holiday for a month. As for the engineer Cobbs, he's studying right now, so he probably will have like a lot of issues attending, but it's not that bad because he's an engineer, and Quintosh is more than capable of covering it.
Studying, like, just like studying for school, or like, is that like a way of saying like he went away for school?
No, he's studying for school.
Okay.
She's just a bit busier with real life.
It just sounds like he's not choosing his priorities properly.
Yeah, TF2 over real life.
That's how I mostly. Well, I'm here today, aren't I? Yeah. So we got kind of an interesting gun position. I think I saw this. I think in my first steel match, this Quintosh building on B right here, kind of able to cover the line. It's kind of a far sight line, which kind of makes it a difficult one to pick off from when you're pushing lower, but a little bit easier when you're pushing up from that balcony on the B side. And then I'm assuming we're going to see a soft hold on A. Yeah, that's exactly what we're seeing.
Yeah, I've seen the sentry position used by Chess Club a lot in order to give the sentry a bit more of a side to wrangle up. Let's see how Breakfast Club pushes. It looks like they're doing a suicide right now. They put their scout on the point, and it looks like Breakfast Club have already retreated to B. They're not gonna bother with A for too long.
Yeah, it seems to kind of be the new meta, or kind of the old meta. I don't know how old the meta is, but it seems the meta this season, which is just A doesn't even matter. Don't even commit anybody to it. It's not worth, losing your meta or getting a force pop on it. Rather just hold B. It's a much more holdable point. But right now they're actually kind of playing far back. I think it's important that teams hold the ground forward on B. So we got Uber's exchange, or we're gonna have Uber's exchange very shortly here. So see how this first push goes. Oh.
The spider stack has gone down, spotted out. So it's very interesting to note the cow mangler that they're using. It looks like they're trying to fully charge a shot to disable the sentry.
Yeah, no, well, it looked like it worked to some degree as the Uber comes in here, taking down the gun on B. Uber exchange a little bit better Uber for red here, being air blasted back. The med is being separated away, almost get extinguished, but he's kept alive. But they're exchanging a couple players, but just kind of a little bit of back and forth here, jostling on the point as the demo man is trying to take some ground.
That was a very, very good Uber for blue team, and as if it didn't get any better, it looks like Floppy Brew took down Red Medic Bear with a body shot after. No heals for red team right now means that they probably won't be able to defend this point much longer. You see that Reseth is foolishly trying to defend it, but it looks like he's run back and spawn in the nick of time, and they're going to be able to cap B off with ease.
Oh, and the Pyro just Squell coming out here, trying to get a little bit of spam on that heavy. As the Devilman is not giving this up, he is really trying to put down that spam. They are not giving B easily. Committing a lot. Heavy goes down. They do cap B, but they do lose 3 players in the process. Very unusual. And oh, Pyro on the medic flare being pyroed. Oh my goodness, down goes Bear. From the flank from Gorston right there, and a really good play from that flare shot.
Oh, Gorston taking out Mato, the demo man, as well. Gorston single-handedly saving his team after what was a really, really strong push back from the other team. And both snipers take out each of the enemy pyros. But finally that B point does get capped off. That was a very valiant effort there by PremTech to defend that point, and they almost got away with it if it wasn't for Gorston. However, because Reservoir Dog did go down, Uber should be moderately even between both medics.
Yeah, just a slight advantage for Breakfast Club right there with the Ubers. So we'll be seeing, I'm kind of curious, with the teams, once B's captured, that really gives you the possibility to go to E potentially. And it looks like PremTech here is just guarding E. They have their combo here, level 3. It looks like they're not even giving a care in the world to... They're rotating to C right now, but it's going to be too late. The point's already captured. So it looks like their defense doesn't even incorporate C.
Yeah, it did look like they held the connector between B and C very well. Like, it was Breakfast Club very easily. And if you hold that connector, that sort of blocks blue team from accessing both points easily. And now that Breakfast Club have capped C, it means that these walkways which reach to E are slowly opening up.
And some nice spam coming down onto the gun from the Devilman below E. He's still up. They have a lot of pressure kind of circulating on E right now, but nothing really happening. Just looks like, again, just some jostling for position. Looks like PremTech Breakfast Club is looking to kind of figure out how they want to push this D or E.
Yeah, it looks like both medics are 100% Uber right now, and Breakfast Club are sort of holding in the connector. It looks like they're gonna try and go back to the BC connector and Uber through there to get the sentry. Quite the pyro going out, so that's no spy check and then no reflecting going out. And with Shadowburn going down as well, and he's been known to do a lot of damage, that does mean that the flank is weaker for PremTech.
And I kind of like this position out of Noob. He's using the Cloak and Dagger. He's just holding on D, waiting for that medic to kind of put himself in a bad position. Oh, but Demo goes down on E just as I'm speaking right there. It looks like they're kind of getting ready to push, and looks like PremTech is going to have to hold on a little. I'm sorry, getting those confused. Breakfast Club is going to have to hold on a little bit longer here.
Oh my god. Tzeni is on a 5-man kill streak right now. He took down both the power classes for Breakfast Club, and Reservoir Dog was holding onto that Uber for very, very, very long. And unfortunately didn't get to pop it. Captain there finally coming up and cleaning out Tzeni. Yeah, he's capping the despawn right now, but he's going to go down.
Looks like they're finally getting... Oh, Soldier just getting pushed off into E as he's trying to jump onto the Breakfast Club combo right there. Demo Man getting the spam down the gun, but it's being healed. It's got a Wrangler up, and Uber comes out from PremTech here, pushing onto the combo. Heavy goes down, trying to chase the med. Pyro air blasting them back. Demo being in here. He's probably going to go down. No, he escapes. No, he goes down finally. It looks like we're going to just kind of get another hold here as Breakfast Club is going to have a big Uber advantage.
Yes, they are. Reservoir Dog has actually got about 70% right now, whereas Bear's only got about 20%, so that's a 50% advantage. That sentry gun is being spammed, but Quintosh is keeping it up very valiantly right now for a Rescue Ranger.
It's got a good angle onto the medic, the PremTech sniper. I'm trying to get... He's just barely peeking it. Uber comes out onto E, it looks like. Engineer goes down. Gun's going to go down easily after that. Engineer, now they got the demo for it, and Engineer on point, but the Heavy's flanking from behind with the medic, getting that spam down, but now they're capping D, and they should be able to cap this as the Heavy's about to come around, pressure them on D, but he gives it up knowing that he's outnumbered, and D's going to go down here pretty easily, which is going to make it E capture pretty easy if they get the Heavy. Heavy got caught in right here. He's going to go down. Medic's down also. Now it's going to be just a matter of seconds, of how many seconds can they save off this point.
It was a bad move there by Resef to put just him and his medic in the lobby there, and they obviously just got sandwiched by Breakfast Club right now. And with 6 minutes and 5 seconds for capping D, at the moment PremTech are only 7 up right now, and they're going to lose a lot more people right now. They're very low on health. And Breakfast Club should be able to get onto the point easily. They just have to try and trap up the despawn door so that PremTech can't put pressure on the point.
Yeah, it looks like they kind of retreated from taking that E point, but down goes the Demo Man on red here, and we got the Uber in on the Heavy. Toba coming up over the top. The combo's just hiding. The Medic's just hiding in this corridor. They're both going to go down to the Heavy here. Medic trying to get away. That's all 3 power classes down. There's only 3 up, and they should be able to take this. Now there is... Pyro on the point! Trying to get air blasted, but he gets air blasted himself, and now it's just kind of a waiting game to see if they can get this point cap. But it is a long capture here, so the Demo Man should be able to get up and spam a point a little bit at least.
Yeah, at the moment PremTech are only 3 up. They're in trouble. Not going to get respawns in time. Mato is down in fuel by himself, trying to put statistics on the point. He gets spotted out and gets cleaned up by Captain from behind. Very, very well played by the Soldier.
He's coming in here with the medic. Soldier onto the point. Gets 2. Gets 3. Gets the 3K, but he goes down to the Scout. And Pyro, but the Pyro's in. Trying to air blast every time. I'm so excited when the Pyro's deployed. But he does not just air blast off, and they're getting a nice capture. 7 minutes and 43 seconds. What do you think at that time?
That is... I'd say that's about an averagey time for Steel. Usually you see between about a 7 and a 9 minute time, which is like pretty decent, unless you kill switch and you get like 4 minute times.
Yeah, 7:43. You know, the really great thing about that kind of a time, it's kind of like similar to Payload, where it's like you know what time you're working against, and I think it's even more of an advantage on Steel, because it's like, okay, that gives you, like, let's say 4 minutes to push B. You have really unsuccessful pushes. You still have 3 minutes just to capture E itself. You don't even have to go all the way through like they did. Yeah. You can just, cover your tracks. And so having that 7-8 minute time, as long as you can get B reasonably, that gives you a lot of options for the late game to kind of cap E or go all the way around.
7 minutes 43 though, that's almost an 8 minute time. I feel PremTech could definitely like beat that. Like PremTech made some mistakes, like not properly holding on to C, but Breakfast Club took a bit too long to push after they captured C, so both teams made mistakes. Let's see how Breakfast pushed this. It looks like Breakfast, PremTech pushed this. They've taken their medic out on the cliff, which is a bit risky, but they're all out going for A right now.
It looks like they might be doing an E push. They got the engineer out here with the level 3. I thought I saw him with level 3. Yeah, there it is. But yeah, they got the sniper. I'm trying to figure out what are they doing for the E push here. Oh, they got the soldier captains waiting for them to come around here. I'm kind of curious how this flank's going to go with 2 on the flank side.
Yeah, oh, it looks like, oh, Polar Bear's taking out Joe. That's no gunman right now for Breakfast Club. Captain there going down as well as Starry. That means the flank is wide open. The Uber is top late right now by blue team. Red team have the better Uber. They single it onto Toba right now. And they should be able to delay them until the respawn's coming. However, Gorson there again a bit too aggressive, does get shut down. And at the moment there are so very few people. However, Froth Rebuke there takes out Recef. Recef sticking his head out just a tad too much. And in the meanwhile, I believe that Scout and Soldier presence on E.
With the level 3 on the backside, they did win that battle on the flank, but oh, Sniper goes down, Gun gets sapped by the Spy. Gun's going to go down. They are successfully able to take all of that backside out, that distraction. That's going to create a lot of space on B if they're able to utilize it, as Mato comes up here, putting spam over the point onto B. In that little corridor there, that Demo Man is actually getting trapped out here, and they're actually going to be able to take B due to that distraction in the combo rotation. Really good play by their flank there to create that distraction.
Yeah, that was definitely like very well played coordination by PremTech right now. They should be able to capture this point with 5.5 minutes left to capture the remaining ones. At the moment, Breakfast Club are holding the connector right now, some stickies over the BC connector. Oh, Recef there going down to Noob Forever. Very, very well played there. No heavy to push means it's going to be a bit harder for PremTech.
We get it. Uber out here on the red. It looks like the better Uber is going to come out on the blue side, which is a little bit unusual as red's going to definitely retreat here. Mech's getting a little bit caught in on the rots, but blue's not really pushing through with the Uber advantage that they had. The heavy, that's why the heavy was flanking. Toba was on the flank, kind of scaring them, forcing them back out. As looks like we're going to get a reset here as PremTech figures out how they want to push this, but oh, Captain coming in, taking out 2 right there, but yeah, a bunch down for Breakfast Club right now.
Yeah, Shadowburn going huge right now. He takes out the entire Breakfast Club flank by himself. Like I don't know if I'm talked about him enough, but he's a very strong soldier. At times he even manages to out-damage his Devil Man in scrims. Like that's how strong he is. But it looks like PremTech now are going for C push. C is left almost unguarded aside from the Breakfast Club flank, and they do manage to take out Bear, so it's very well played by them. Again, the flank from Breakfast Club, which does seem a bit disposable, does go down for that medic pick. However, it will leave Reservoir Dog at about an 80% Uber advantage.
Yeah, but now with the C capture that they're about to take down, that's going to give them a lot of options for pushing that E point now with the pathways coming out. But the Demo Man's coming down the point, getting the spam down, doesn't just a little bit too late of a rotation combo, and the Uber is actually out. Not really sure if that was the best idea. They're only popping for 2 people on point, as that's going to give a little bit of an advantage to Bear. I guess not too much. We got a level 2 up on E. Pyro's coming around, gets taken down. And it looks like we got ×4 on E with a level 3 up, a Demo Man coming out here, spamming the point. Oh, Mato falls down into the pit. We sacrifice another one to the gods as the gun is being spammed down, trying to be kept up, but it looks like they're going to successfully defend E right here.
Yeah, Druso there at the end, and level 3 is going back up right now. At the moment, Quintosh has it down to level 1. Oh my gosh, Breakfast Club are in trouble right now. They are 3 down. And Joe is down, meaning that there's no one to put stickies on the point right now to deter it from being stepped on.
Yeah, we got Captain over the top trying to spam down, doing his best to do the splash damage, but he's going to get reflected. We got a Scout on the point, and as you said, a level 1 putting down damage. They're really not contesting this too much. Oh, that's why, because the combo is coming through the D corridor right now, sticking off that E spawn, which is a really, really big deal. Engineer trying to come out here onto the point, suiciding himself, gets the mini, takes down the Soldier. Oh, Uber out here onto the E point. Soldier bombing in, but he gets sacrificed to the gods, going down the pit. Now the medic's going to go down the pit, and that's going to be a capture right here for Breakfast Club. But oh, the Demo Man, that is three sacrifices to the god in about 30 seconds. Not as pleased.
Oh my god. Oh my god, Joe there, he was putting stickies onto the E point to stop it being capped. He got a bit too eager and he sort of walked off the edge of the point. He might have been able to delay it much longer. I'm not quite sure how many stickies he had left, but that was an incredibly amusing end to that round.
Yeah, and I mean, there wasn't much they could do, but I think, one thing that happened there was when the combo rotated, they were holding C, and then they rotated out of C to hold E, basically giving up, C point for free. And I think that gave a little bit too many options to the offense there to be able to take that E point pretty easily, given they had like 3 minutes on the clock at that point. And they just went for that straight E push, kind of talking about is once you get that BC, that E push now is very viable, and it kind of you can go through D, or you can just go straight for that E push, and they did just that and were able to get the point.
Yeah, it's very tricky when you're defending both C and E, because the issue is the points are like quite far away from each other for red team. Like to rotate, you'd have to sort of track respawn, and but both, like obviously E is important because it is the ultimate point that you cap, but at the same time C is the point that opens up the walkways. So not only does the walkways let classes that can't jump get onto E, but also it connects the blue team much easier to the red team spawn via E, so it lets them spawn trap red team faster. And keeping pressure on the spawns is very important when you're trying to cap E on steal.
Yeah, absolutely. Because keeping that pressure on spawns, especially that E spawn door, is vital because it just makes it so they have to walk either from D through that small corridor to get onto E, or they go all the way around to A, or they come around to C. By the way, it's a steal. There's about 8 options to every pathway. I guess they could also go lower E there. But yeah, basically, as you said, just camping those spawn doors, getting that spam down on there can really help that E push.
And especially with the spawn times getting longer as the spawn progresses. I think once I had a half-minute respawn on this map, it was awful. But yeah, just either making them choose between walking out into spam and protecting the point easier, but also dying easier, but going around the long way and finding a harder angle to defend the point. It really does break a few teams.
Yeah, so I'll be curious here when we switch sides. Do you think we're going to see a 2-0 here, or do you think we're going to get tied up at a 1-1?
I don't know. It didn't feel that close. It felt like PremTech were more in control when they played. Obviously, control isn't a statistic you can see via logs.tf, but it felt like PremTech had more control of the game, and Breakfast were adapting themselves to PremTech instead of vice versa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the one thing I'd like to see out of both these teams, I think we saw it out of, I'm trying to remember who was on offense first. That was PremTech. Breakfast? Okay, Breakfast, yeah. And I think they did a good job somewhat of getting that, the flank to come around an E, and I think that's what's really important on this map, is making sure that your flank is active and getting that pressure onto E, forcing the combo to make split decisions. Do they go take care of E? Do they hold where they are? And that just clutters up the comms. It makes things harder to rotate of when you do, and that gives you a lot of options then to push onto them, because they're not going to be quite as coordinated as if they did not have to worry about that.
Yeah, I know what you mean. As I don't know if you caught it earlier, or if I remember if I said it earlier actually, but both teams did sort of make mistakes when defending it. I feel like maybe Breakfast overcommitted themselves a bit to C. Well, by overcommitted, I mean they committed it at the wrong time, as you point out in the cast. They Ubered after the point was captured, and they weren't fast enough to respond to PremTech, whereas PremTech just sort of ignored C and just let them cap it.
Yeah, I don't know why they're, I can understand, there is a big concern, because if you commit too many players to C, and I had this happen to me in a scrim where we were oh yeah, we had this really great C hold, and we held it for 2 minutes, and then all of a sudden they just went to E, and our combo couldn't rotate fast enough to stop the E push. And I think some teams are worried about that, but I think to have virtually nothing on C is also the wrong answer. Maybe you play, if you want to play have a strong flank presence on E, hold your combo on C, and then you can rotate as needed. But I think, both teams kind of seem to give up C pretty easily. And I think, again, getting those balconies out there, or the pathways, or whatever you want to call them, out onto that E point is so huge to allow any class to be able to get onto that point. I just think that's a really big thing to give up for free.
Yeah, well, I think I saw a team do this. I think you were casting as well. I remember watching a cast last week. But what they did was they left their NG on C with like one of the other classes. I think it was a soldier. So they could like, obviously they're like tight pathways to C, so it makes it a lot easier for the soldier to spam, and their combo just rotated depending on what the other team were attacking. And I think that worked better because without C cap, that meant the walkways hadn't opened up. So when the blue combo were pushing E, like the red combo were essentially on even terms with them because neither teams like could reach each other unless it was like via lobby. And red team actually, their spawn was a lot closer, so they could get health like a lot easier. Like they just sort of walk in the door, and I felt that was like probably the best CE defense I've seen. And obviously, like Steel is a map that's being played like a bit more often in Highlander, like over the past few seasons. It's not as like cookie cutter as Badwater, so strats are developing and changing all the time, and we're getting some sort of a norm for the map.
Yeah, no, that's what I kind of love about Steel is, I think it's been called before the kind of like the gravel pit for Highlander. And looks like we're either going live or we're crashing. One of the two. Okay, we're going live. So I'm curious to see how what kind of setup we're going to see here on the B point. Last time we had a little bit more of an aggressive sentry gun. Personally, that's how I played it. I actually went very aggressive with my sentry placement right on the corner where the concrete thing is, just above that. And I thought that was very, with the rescue ranger, very powerful versus kind of this traditional backside. Looks like we're going for the traditional kind of engineer level 3 on the backside.
Yeah, it's bit further than usual. Like San Alex is definitely confident in his sniper's ability right now. Yeah, as for the rest of Breakfast Club who are defending first, for those of you who aren't quite sure how this works, it is stopwatch. So for the first round, Team A defends and Team B tries to beat that time, and then the colours are switched over for round 2. And it looks like at the moment Breakfast are putting up Toba, the heavy, on A right now. The rest of the team, Shadowburn, they're getting sniped out of spawn, which is which is a good pick at the start.
Yeah, it looks like they are... Okay, for a second I thought they were running crits, but no. This might be models being weird. Starry gets caught in there as a scout, but yeah, again, just this A push, nice and easy. And they have everybody, the medics out here, they're not moving around. They might go for an E push. I keep wanting to see it. No, they I don't know, I think it's so weird how the combo actually caps that point and then rotates. I just find that to be so strange. Like, why don't the combo just play it B earlier than that? As we see the spy get caught out there, Polar, and he's gonna get taken down, which is kind of a big deal. He's not gonna be able to sap that gun on this push, and actually take down 2 more on that flank side, which is actually, again, kind of a big deal. But
oh, sorry.
No.
That dropped to Joe Nuff. Kabir dropped, and that leaves full Uber advantage now for Reservoir Dog. Breakfast Club are getting down into their faces right now, and Polar Bear getting taken down as well.
I love this aggression out of Breakfast Club. This is exactly what I want to see. I think you want to see out of a B hold, which is not letting them even take any of that ground up front. They're backing up here, but I love seeing that. Toba just going, nope, I'm getting in your face right now. I'm a heavy. I got a high DPS. I can just take all you on. As they're kind of getting aggressive, but the Pyro's getting up here. But yeah, huge drop out of Bear there from this. Was that a sticky trap you said?
I'm not sure. Like, see that much spam. I don't know if you got caught. Lucky. The sticky, and you do love sticky around here because there's so many like little corners and like niches you could put them in. So right now Bear is on 70% Uber. He should be getting 100% soon, so we'll be seeing some sort of push, but that has massively delayed PremTech right now in their push.
And we have Polar behind the enemy lines. Actually, Uber is in from red. They're getting very aggressive, spamming them out. As Bear just gets Uber, he's going to get out. They did lose 3 players on that push through. Spy actually comes in, takes out the engineer, gets his sap on the gun. That's a big deal. With Bear having 100%, they have no Uber and nothing to... Where's the combo? Where's the blue combo?
I think they tried to rotate through A by the sounds of it. I think I heard a heavy call.
Yeah, they're rotating through a drop down on B now.
Yeah, but that has delayed them by a lot of time. Reservoir Dog is already on 50%. Uber right now. Quality going down as well. The Uber is finally popped back inside. Alex does not have a sentry gun to speak of. It does get taken... no, it's not still shooting. Okay, finally does get taken out by Resef right now. But at the moment, Breakfast Club are very alone. It's only the free combo there. Resef there getting taken out easily by Toba. Bear there going down to Joe, who jumps in. Mato there going down as well. Joe is going huge this game.
Yeah, PremTech had a little bit of a weird push there. As, you know, the gun went down, the combo used their Uber onto them incorrectly, and they had a huge advantage, and then they only pushed with 3 people onto B. Bear got caught and went down, and now we are going to see Breakfast Club with a huge, huge Uber advantage. And, you know, I think they have to start thinking about maybe doing an E-push here. They're wasting a lot of time. They got to get creative or just do something differently, but they got a lot of people on the flank. Scout and Demo Man kind of watching this A tunnel, but the Medic and Demo from PremTech are actually pushing through right now, and they're actually getting on the E point.
Yeah, their position has been called out though. He did call him out. It looks like the Uber has been popped there by Reservoir Dog onto Joe. Looks like they're going to try and get them a Medic. The problem with a defensive Uber like this... Otherwise it just won't work out, and they have not got Bear.
Yeah, and so Bear keeping alive there after that push from, what do you call it, Breakfast Club onto them. So he's going to have 100% advantage here. We got level 3 on this far side of A, and it looks like they're going to rotate through again through that drop down. Hopefully they are able to push through. They only have 4 players with them right now. They're going to push straight into that combo. Level 3 is up. Uber is exchanged out here from PremTech. Getting spammed down onto the gun. It finally does go down. Oh wait, the Heavy and Medic are still kind of hiding. They're not even being focused right now. Toba behind the Demo Man. Demo Man gets caught in. We got a Pyro, we got everybody on the point. That's not going to be enough, but that's kind of a big deal to see Mato go down there. The Demo Man comes down here from Joe. Heavy goes down. Big Class is going down. Bear caught in. He's going to get taken out by Gordson, and wow, that's a big change of pace right there. They went from capping to B to losing their Medic or combo classes.
Yeah, Reservoir Dog's doing a good job staying alive. He only just gets Uber again. He's got a full advantage over Bear right now. They may be able to use defensively Uber again. PremTech are like, it's I don't know, there are times when they have like absolute advantage and they're just messing up. Like they're not pushing the whole team. Maybe like Mato's the main call is getting like a tad impatient, and like the rest of the team aren't ready to push in and follow up with their damage. But I have seen like their combo being isolated on that push like they did for the previous push.
Yeah, and this is kind of, you know, something that, you know, not to call it like an engineer or to say that make a big difference, but, you know, having only their combo classes pushing together, I think having an engineer on that push to B is really important to get some, just a little bit of extra firepower. As Uber actually gets pushed out here from Breakfast Club onto the Bear, who has 3 HP going down to the pipe from Joe. And that's going to be a big deal, as again, they're going to have to reset, but oh my gosh, never mind, as everybody gets obliterated from Breakfast Club with only 2 up, the Pyro and Scout. And I'm going to have to eat my words there, as they're going to get a successful push here as they push on both sides. But oh, here comes Gordson. He's not happy, but nope, he's going to go down. And they're going to get the B point here finally captured. And that's going to be a hefty time. 6 minutes.
That is a big time for a B cap there. That was really good post Uber positioning there by Polar Bear, snagging the Medic and the Demo Man like that. Very, very well played. And I think PremTech realized how little time they have, because it looks like they're putting a lot of focus onto E right now. There's just San Alex is up there by himself right now. He's getting pressured by the Scout. He gets taken down by Zenia. Chusa falls down for that pick though. However, Frothy Brew also going down to Mato. Mato himself getting a bit overextended. Does go down himself. And it does look like PremTech are actually just going to rotate over to C right now.
And on the right, Pyro actually flanking around here. Oh, I'm sorry. I just had to call that out because he almost got a pick on the Medic right there.
No, it's not. Going down, he Bear by himself. Bear surely going to get cleaned up. No, he does manage to reunite with Drusel, which is very, very lucky because he was in trouble there. And at the moment, Ubers are moderately even between both teams, like nothing to work with, only a 10% advantage into PremTech's favor right now. However, a lot of Breakfast Club are down at the moment.
Yeah, and I kind of liked Quell there, the blue Pyro, getting aggressive on that C point, trying to get some cap in because it wasn't really being well defended. Actually, C is literally empty right now. You get to put anybody on there as Quell's going to go back up and start capping it for his team again. Trying to help out. It's actually got Polar right on the Medic. The blue Spy is very close to that, getting ready for that pick. He goes for it, gets caught out, he's going to go down. That would have been very helpful. As we got even Ubers here, 100% each. We got Quintosh actually get a nice spot for level 3, slowly going up. in that A corridor, trying to get that telly up. But oh, the heavy actually gets Ubered. The medic must have been afraid of his medic dropping his heavy there, as he's going to pop, and that's going to give a really, really big advantage to PremTech right there with 100% Uber.
Yeah, oh my gosh, and PremTech is gonna push into lobby right now. Breakfast Club are getting caught out. They just need to get out right now. Reservoir Dog has to run for his life right now. He's trying to save his dumb man with him. He might be able to get him. Uber is popped. They should be fading right now, but they have got a lot of presence over D at the moment, and no heavy to help protect him.
Yeah, Bear did pop his Uber. They only got about one player there, so really good job out of Breakfast Club to get their players out alive, but they did lose C in that process. I believe that was from the Pyro doing the cap from behind. And 7 minutes and 41 seconds, still not a good time, but they do have the ability. If they get just one good push here, they can get onto E. But oh, Heavy goes down there from a snipe from Frothy, and the Demoman's going to get caught in there as well, trying to just get a little bit too aggressive. Astari is chasing down Bear, takes him out in that A corridor, and that's going to be a big deal. Again, giving that huge advantage to Breakfast Club, as they got a level 3 onto last and a full Uber charge.
Yeah, they're trying to put some pressure, as Quintosh has got a level sentry toy there. He's trying to wrangle, however, it is getting a lot of pressure right now. Zenny manages to take down Sanalix's sentry gun. With Carl taking out Joe as well, that's no dumb man to put pressure on the point. It looks like Reservoir Dog has popped his Uber to try and delay PremTech. This will give Bear about 25% Uber advantage.
Yeah, with that actually call you had on Quell. I think Quell actually scared the medic into popping the Uber right there. So really good force out of Quell to get that force. And actually, then the engineer actually went down for red there a little bit earlier, and that's why we see no gun on E right now. As he gets a little bit of pressure onto E, and oh, actually Mado killing the medic in spawn and taking down the Pyro and the Demo Man as well. Huge plays, only 2 up, only Soldier and Heavy up for the defense right now. Captain trying to put some spam down onto the D point, and we're actually just getting respawns out of the offense. They're trying to get on the point here. They have a level 2 up, ×7 on the point. They don't have any spam classes, though, so this is kind of a big deal to protect themselves. Here comes the Heavy, here comes the Soldier. Let's see if they can get any Soldier bombing in. He's getting reflected. He's gonna get the Demo Man, maybe? Finally, the Demo Man goes down, and that's a good defense, so they're gonna have a chance to hold off E here.
Yeah. There was a huge 5-person respawn wave coming out from Breakfast Club there, and New Forever just managed to lay a point. However, they're only 3 up again. It's only Starry up right now. He's trying to do his best out. There is one Pyro on the point. He's throwing stuff on there. He does get cleaned up, and that should be the point cap. Ooh, 10 minutes and 17.
Wow. Yeah, that's not too much worse. It's only about a couple minutes worse, about 2:30 worse than what they had previously.
Yeah.
Still not. That's really not a good time, especially on Steel. Again, where you can just anybody can cap that E point.
I feel that PremTech did make like quite a few mistakes when pushing. Like just before they captured the point, just then they had 7 times. And it's really great that they're very enthusiastic to capture the point, but there was like literally no pressure on the E spawn gate, and this meant that like the Breakfast Club could spawn, and I think they got delayed by another like 20 seconds onto that. And yeah, it's only 20 seconds, but like when it get, you know, every second counts here because it's stopwatch.
Yeah, it just seemed like, PremTech really struggled in that B point. I think that was really their downfall. I don't know if they got too focused on E, but it seemed like they just did not have enough people on their pushes or utilizing when they did have advantages, and that really worked them. So I'll be kind of curious to see, how aggressive. I'm assuming that Breakfast Club here is going to take it nice and easy with the minutes on the clock.
Yeah, at the moment, New Forever there goes down very early. However, oh my god, Joe and Starry taking out both Recef and Mato. PremTech are in trouble right now. They lost both their power classes. You can see that the combo classes for Breakfast are already rotating through spawn. They're going to quick push B before the Demo and Red Heavy respawn. Yeah,
they got 9 seconds to do this. They need to get out there right away. Right now, where are they? Come on, guys, get out there. That aggression out there, you do this. The big classes are still down. Here comes Uber. Is probably going to be popped in here from Breckman shortly onto it. There he goes. It finally goes down. Uber's exchange. Heavy does get dropped in that exchange. And it looks like the gun is... Did the gun go down? Or did it get rescue rangered?
I think... Then she just looks like he's disappeared. I have no clue. I'm not gonna lie. But that was a bit slow by Breakfast. They should have just popped out the gate there instead of delaying. Because of that, the Heavy got dropped there. Oh my gosh, Mato there doing a bunch of damage and sticking up that upper stairwell area. Joe going down as well, taken out by Tzeni. He's not going to help the Breakfast Club in the push right now.
Yeah, just a solid B hold coming out right now from PremTech, doing what they need to do. 9-minute time, 9 minutes still on the clock. This is what they need to do, and it looks like they're doing a good job. At least there's no pressure on E currently, though. I'm trying to find somebody on the flank to protect them. Looks like yeah, there's a scout right there, but yeah, I think that right now it would be useful for Breakfast Club just to get a little pressure on to E, just distract this combo a little bit, as the heavy Toba coming up here over the top, trying to get the spam down on the point. He's going to get caught in as he goes down to the combo.
Yeah, and both medics are again 100% Uber, so we should be seeing some sort of push, probably on Resef getting stabbed there. That's probably when they want to push. And you can see that Joe there created his death after going for a suicide wave. But so Resef will probably be able to respawn in time by the time they push. However, Frothy Brew there taking out to Zenny. Zenny is a really great sniper, possibly one of the best snipers in Div 1. And with him going down, that is definitely a key pick right now for Breakfast, so it looks like they're going to pop in.
Yeah, we're going to see a better Uber out of PremTech here right now as they're trying to get onto the point. The sentry does get sapped and taken down. As let's see where there's no kills going down right now. Toba finally does go down to the backstab. Chaos just going around the blue point as Spam is just coming around. I'm trying to find the kills. The kills are finally coming a little bit in favor of... They're just going down equally, basically. Breakfast Club actually only has 3 up right now, 2 up. But the spy is on the point. Demoman's going to be sticking, and Mado on the point, trying to take him down. The engineer is still up. He's going to try to get some down. Oh, but here comes Captain coming in and taking down the Demoman. And looks like Breakfast Club is going to get the better of that exchange despite losing more players, using that spawn advantage to their advantage.
Yeah, Joe Nuck there, taking out to Zenny. Takes out Polar Bear as well. Does get flared out by Quell. Wow, that exchange was very messy. I thought Breakfast had it and I thought PremTech had it. I had no idea what was happening because they died. But right then, it looks like Breakfast have got a bunch of pressure onto the B spot. It's almost capped right now. I can see Quell trying to run in. Does get taken out by a very well placed mini sentry. Same should be happening to Shadowburn. It does happen to Shadowburn. And they've got 6.5 minutes left to capture the remaining points.
They got no engineer up, no soldier up, kind of their main potential flank classes right now. And he actually seems to be kind of wide open. I guess we have Resef right there watching the point just in case anybody does it. He drops down, and oh, down goes Joe Deseni right there. Just peeking at E point, and we're going to see Resef actually flanking the medic here. He's being caught up by the power, being air blasted and sacrificed to the gods into the pit. And looks like this is actually going to be an easy C push as long as they play it correctly.
And the gods are proclaiming, can we have a refund on that sacrifice? Both medics again are 100% Uber right now, and looks like Breakfast Club have got C locked down at the moment. They have a heavy outside red spawn, and they should be able to cap this one off easily as the assassination classes for PremTech also go down, and they were doing very well. Uber is popped back from there to try and delay the spawn, but it's a bit too little and it's a bit too late right now because they didn't get further out than the spawn.
Yeah, C point, that's going to give them, they have 6 minutes left on the clock basically to capture D and E or just E, and with those pathways out, that's going to help them out a lot. We have a level 3 onto E right now, kind of looking over it. As the scout doesn't really see it, he's going to get taken out. It's going to get spammed down though very quickly without an engineer to protect it. We got a Demoman on the point, Joe getting the spam down onto that E door. And he's actually going to jump over to contest that sniper 1v1, and he actually goes down to the caver with that sniper, and we actually got the combo protecting E. Oh, but Mado goes down, the red demo man, and that's a big deal, yeah, they're not going to be able to get that spam on the point.
Yeah, they need to focus that heavy. Resef is shooting through the window right now. He's run out of ammo, so there's not much he can do. However, Druso coming up from behind takes out Reservoir Dog. Polar Bear coming in and takes out Toba as well. Means that whole combo has just gone down. It's very clutch play there by PremTech. Very well played by them.
And as you see, Bear has 100% Uber here, so that's going to give them the advantage for any sort of pushes that come out onto the point. They're going to be able to contest it right away. As the engineer is just kind of getting in here by himself, a little bit out of sync with this team, getting taken out pretty easily. As we see the blue team, Breakfast Club, getting ready in this A corridor, they're going to try to take the D point. As Mado gets caught in here, as Medic drops him, or getting a little bit ahead of his Medic. When he tried to get that Uber pop, now Resef is out of sync with his Medic. He's going to get taken out, not being healed, and that's not anything good. With their combo classes down, this is going to be a pretty easy D point to take for Breakfast Club.
Yeah, Bear doesn't have Uber to defend this point at the moment. PremTech are 4 up. They're in trouble right now. This spawn's getting capped. 4 minutes left on the clock for Breakfast Club to get this. But it takes out Toba, the heavy though. If Joe getting stabbed as well, that means no heavy classes to put pressure on the spawn gates. They're just trying to do their best to crowd E at the moment, but 6 times on the point. Like, surely someone can go up ahead. At the moment, PremTech are only 3 up. Mato there is on a measly 4 health. He does go back to resup, but that does waste some precious time, and there's 6 times on the point. And there is a heavy end demo man outside the spawn again. Very well placed teleporter by Stan Alex. They don't know where it is, but it takes blue team outside of red spawn.
Yeah, it's got a nice easy capture right here for Breakfast Club onto that E point.
Wow, it's match point right now. Very, very close game between both teams. I thought that, like, I didn't think that Breakfast Club would come back with such a strong reply, but they managed it, and I'm really happy for them.
Yeah, do you know the final time on that? I didn't quite see how much time was left on the clock when the Capti...
There was about 3.5 minutes left on the clock there, and that was a 10-minute and 17 capture time. And my maths is a bit rusty, but I think that was about 7 minutes.
I believe you would be correct there. Are you sure? It could be 20, but 7 sounds right, so I'm going to trust your math over mine. Yeah, so they put up about the same time. Again, about 7 minutes was their first time through, about 7 minutes this time through. So I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to be able to do in the third round here, as we're going to get readied up right away.
Oh yeah, and it looks like Breakfast Club are pushing first, because did they have the faster capture timing? I guess they did. Yes, they did, so...
Is that how ETF2L works? It's not just like...
Yeah. Whoever has the faster cap time gets to pick what they want to do first, whether they want to attack or defend first for the decider round, and Breakfast Club has chosen to attack first.
That actually makes some logical sense. We should bring this over to UGC.
Actually, we should. I'll put that through as an idea.
There you go.
Changing the word every day. Life. But
so
yeah,
I'm just looking... Yeah, sorry. I'm looking through the stats here on logs.tf, and I'm just trying to see where's the difference between the teams. Where's the one player is just outperforming the other, and the biggest one is Mato and Shadowburn. They're both putting out the same damage as the other team, but they're just not quite getting the same number of kills. And I think besides that, everybody's pretty much evenly matched, just as you kind of talked about earlier in the game.
Yeah, I think the difference is honestly the medics. Like Reservoir Dog is putting out more healing and more Ubers than Bear. He's staying alive more, and I think like that does strengthen the combo for Breakfast Club over PremTech's. It doesn't help that the heavy for PremTech Resef does, I don't know, he does go a bit aggressive at the wrong times, which does put his medic in danger.
So I'm going to be kind of curious here. We're seeing that again, a gun that's a little bit more aggressive. I like that out of the team. Last time it went down right away. There's no sticky trap. They're checking for it this time. And let's see, we're going to see an Uber come in here shortly, but actually dropping a couple people there on the flank side to Shadowburn. And, oh, who is that, the sniper going down? Yeah, sniper going down to Mato right there.
Yep, and it looks like Breakfast Club are preparing to push right now. Reservoir Dog is holding in the tunnel with his team at the moment. Oh, Toba there going down and Joe both going down at the same time. It's definitely going to delay their push right now. Looks like they're just going to play this by the book and try and wait for some sort of significant pick to push on.
They might want to go over and maybe help their flank just to... Actually, no, here they are right now. The aggressive Captain and Starry on the flank side. They're actually getting through Ani, chasing down. I think there was a scout alive back here. I'm trying to figure out where they're going to, but they're actually going to get that E point right now as the Demoman rotated, but a little bit late. And Captain actually is right behind him. He's going to be on the medic very shortly. Here he comes on the medic. Gets one rocket on him, and oh, Joe takes him out.
Oh my gosh, Mato there! Oh man, they didn't pop, like they should have popped out the door, there was so much pressure going on, but Mato piped Toba, and that same damage that hit the heavy hit the medic, and Reservoir Dog dropped.
Wow, yeah, so Bear and Reservoir Dog both went down there, and pretty much the whole blue team, they had a little bit of an advantage, but everybody was dead. They couldn't do anything with it. The gun is still alive here. As Bear just comes back up now, and we're going to see some snipes on the gun. Frothy trying to get a sightline on anything he can get his eyes onto. Sees the Demoman, gets a snipe onto him, but he's not going down. And we're just going to kind of see, again, the waiting game, getting that B push. As Starry coming behind here, you know, I don't know if I quite agree with this. Instead of instead of getting the time onto E, they're just looking for those, trying to force the medic or something. I'm not quite sure if I agree with it. but they're finally getting that pressure onto the B point.
Yeah, and they are definitely slow and steadily pushing this right now. Captain, they're going in. Oh, Polar Bear to Zenny taking out both of two members of blue team with the amazing snipes right now, putting lots of pressure onto Sentry. And Bear is at 85% Uber. He doesn't have to pop back. Oh, he's in trouble. Gorston then runs in and flares him to death. Very, very well played there by Gorston, knowing when to go in to even up the Ubers for his team. And you can see Recef there tries to one-man army defend the point by himself, and that's definitely not going to work out for him as Mato puts up some stickies to block up the connector. And at the moment, Reservoir Dog will have about 50% Uber advantage, which is huge.
Yeah, we see, so we got Breakfast Club waiting to push through here on the C gate that's slowly opening up, ever so slowly. Demoman trying to squeeze through. You should have taken some swim class before the game. He finally is going to get through. Spam actually coming down through the point. Spy calling them out their position. They're going to get here through the point. Demoman, Joe trying to get through Spam now. He's taking a lot of damage from that heavy. Almost goes down, saved by his medic. As there's not actually a lot of resistance on to C here. I'm not sure if they needed to use that Uber, but they do. That's going to give them the C point pretty easily either way. And this is going to help them out a lot, again, for pushing out to that E point. And with a pretty decent time so far. Not great, but 3 minutes through the first two.
Oh yeah, Mato there and Bear try and loop around back behind them from B to C over by the rocks. And Mato there jumps in first. He gets singled out by Gorston. And Bear and Quell just have to retreat back right now. Bear is on 80% Uber right now. He should be able to get this. It looks like he's going to go to lobby and reunite with his flank there.
Yeah, and with that 100% Uber, that's going to help them out as the bridges for C are coming out right now. As we got Shadowburn covering that A spawn corridor, I'm kind of curious to see where we're going to see this push out. Medic, they're actually rotating right now through spawn. The entire Breakfast Club having a little Breakfast Club fun, jumping through, as I'm guessing we're going to see a push through A corridor now.
Yeah, oh man. That was, if you didn't notice, I don't think John noticed, but like Starry there got a free K on like Mato, Pola, and Jeruso, which was very, very well played. Like, Steel is a very hard map for Scout on offense. And like Starry there just managed to get a free K, so very well played by him. And it looks like Breakfast Club are going to put some pressure through onto D right now. They've been spotted out. It's like even between both teams, and Reservoir Dog's the first person to pop. He flashes around quite a lot, so Bear should have the better Uber. However, Recef there is getting singled out, and he does go down. Very well played focus fire by Breakfast.
And they basically lost none of the big classes. It looks like Demoman took a headshot. He's actually going to pipe Joe over Mato right there with the pipey pipe. And we're going to see the cap. Oh, but here comes the Solar Shadow chasing down the medic right now, trying to get Reservoir Dog. He takes another rocket, and he's down to 58 HP against that wall. They're going to get D here with 541. And right now, all they got to do is take out that level 3, which they do right now with a combination of Spy and Soldier. They have all the big classes up onto the D point. Quell coming in here, trying to get something done. Gets spammed out right away with only 4 alive for PremTech.
Yeah, the doors to E for Red Team have closed when they capture that deep point, as well as little guardian fences to stop people from being air blasted off. And you can see that PremTech have responded to this by rotating through the C connector, and they have taken out a bunch of people with it. Reservoir Dog has full Uber on the point. It looks like he's popped there on Joe. Joe came as a sentry, takes out Engineer with it. Captain going in from behind, takes out Bear. No heals at the moment for PremTech, and they're only 3 up.
Pyro on the point, air blasting the medic, trying to get him. Medic and Heavy are going to go down into the pit as the Spy gets the other one in it. The other Pyro coming in on the point here, and that's not going to matter though it was a good effort from that Pyro, taking out the combo classes. At least this is going to give them a couple extra seconds onto the clock as they're going to cap E nice and easily here by this club.
Whew.
I've been wanting to see that all game. All game I wanted to see the Pyro push the medic into the pit. Finally.
You finally got it. 6 minutes 45. That's a pretty respectable time, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, again, I don't think it's like great. I think a great time would probably be around like 5 minutes, 4 minutes, somewhere around there. But 6:45 is definitely one that's, they showed themselves to be able to hold the point before, and definitely respectable time. They should have a good chance to win this game.
Ooh, I wouldn't call it that quickly though. I've seen SNSD capture a point in about 2 minutes before when they just did a straight to E rush. It was like pretty fantastic by them. It was in Prem last season, I think. Or was it Wireplay? I can't remember, but either way, it was pretty impressive.
I haven't seen a straight E push, I think, all season between games that casted scrims and all that stuff, so I'd be excited to see if they decided to get that aggressive.
Yeah, I don't think they will though, which is a shame, but things are a lot more cookie cutter for Steel recently as the metagames developed. And it looks like PremTech are gonna go for a bit of a sort of suicide sacrifice on A right now. They have successfully pressured out Toba.
Yeah, I'm just, pretty standard again, just that soft A holds. They're going to take this down. Again, I always kind of been confused. Are they going to push through here? It looks like PremTech is going to be pushing through that drop down area. Where's it? No, they're trying to decide right now. That Heavy was getting a little bit confused. No, they're going for it. They're going for that E push right now. Soldier sneaks through first. They're going to meet a little bit of resistance. They're going to be called out here as Captain takes out Polar, but now he goes down. Starry goes down, and now they have nobody on the flank. Demoman rotating over, trying to take it out. He's hurt, but he's going to be able to get that med pack as Gorston here is going to come in, air blasting them back. Did they rotate? They did rotate to B. Oh, great job by them. They actually rotated, but they got met by the demo. They have a worst Uber here, but they did gain some ground out of it. They're backing out completely. Come on, guys. You can take a little bit more ground than this as Mato's putting some spam down on that B exit.
Yeah, they sort of rotated from behind them and got flipped forward to in front. There's no sentry gun at the moment for Breakfast Club, so they're going to have a harder time defending this. You could see that Noob there is trying to put some pressure on Kotosh. Oh, Polar there with a great stab on Joe. Takes him from behind. No sticky to spam that point. It's just Toba by himself right now. He's going to get focused down really easy. You can see PremTech are slowly pushing out B as Breakfast Club are 4 down.
And I like Shadowburn right here. He's actually out on the E point. Took the Soldier Captain 1v1, and now he's just causing a distraction. Heavy actually had to rotate to help on E a little bit just so it wasn't so much pressure. And the flank is just doing a great job by PremTech. As I said, just splitting the the defense's combos experience. Do they have a gun back there?
Yes,
Am I seeing a level 3 gun?
There is. Quintosh has got a level 3 up right now. He's rescue ranged it out and he tried to jump down into sewer, but he did go down to Captain. Like, that almost worked out, but they got spotted out by Noob Forever, and Noob there taking out Shadowburn, who was protecting Quintosh, so that was very well played by them. Both medics on 100% Uber right now, so let's see how PremTech are going to push this.
And a really good job by Polar right there, actually getting a half cap time on C before C doors were even opened up, helping out his teammates. There's almost nothing on C. I don't know how I like this. Again, they're doing this defense. So where's the red combo? They're actually just holding in the D corridor right now, opting just to give up C for free, but that's going to give 3 minutes for them, as we're seeing a sticky trap on this upper hallway, but that's going to give a lot of options to PremTech to push onto that E point.
Yep, 4 minutes dead right now for PremTech to capture E. And both medics again holding onto those Ubers. You can see that Reservoir Dog is holding roundabout C with the rest of his team, and Joe there is putting up some pressure onto Quintosh. Quintosh trying to put up a sentry in the corridor there with Frowny Brownie, Frothy Brew. That's any sort of Ubers popped on a pyro right now. See, there's not much you could do. It looks like they're gonna retreat back to lobby right now, as Red do have the better Uber with Reset and Mato, the power classes both going down.
Yeah, it looks like we have a little bit of pressure coming out here onto E. Just the sniper, Tencent, he's gonna get caught in here by the Scout Star. He's gonna take him down nice and easy. That's actually really that's like having the sniper out, getting them in the window, being able to snipe across the point. Like, that can actually provide a lot of firepower to your team. But it looks like Reservoir Dog is at a little bit of an Uber disadvantage here, so we'll see if Bear is actually going to be able to use that right away, as they're pressuring actually D here right now. Tomato and the Heavy, Reset getting onto that point, putting down that spam onto that Pyro. Gorston barely getting out there, as they're going to get this D capture. And are they going to rotate to stop this? Yes, they are, from over top.
Oh, yeah, but the spawn's being trapped right now. Mato and Shadowburn both putting so much pressure on the spawn gates. Reservoir Dog might be able to get this Uber in time. They need to delay it right now, though. Otherwise, that point is going to get capped. The spawn gates are going to get locked. Gorston there jumps onto the point. Uber's popped onto the point. But Reservoir Dog only just gets it, and they're in trouble now. 2.5 minutes left to capture E, and at the moment Breakfast Club are 3 down. However, they have got full Uber advantage, and it has been popped right now. It takes out Bear, Reset, Mato, and Quell. Very good counter pop back by Reservoir Dog. Unfortunately, it wasn't fast enough to save that D.
kind of a questionable play by Joe right there. Going in with the Uber, he actually had a caber out in his hand. Looked like he was trying to melee down the soldier 1v1. Gets taken out by him. As looks like Quintosh here is getting that level 1 onto the point. No real spamming power since Joe did go down there after that great Uber, taking out so many people. We got ×5 onto the point. Mado pushing up here, trying to get some spam down. Takes out the engineer. Takes out the sentry gun. They cannot come out from the E point here, so they have to go 2 long ways around. And they got time steering the point, only 1:40 left. Looks like the soldier's coming around from the backside, but he's going to get spotted out by the level 2 gun. And I don't... Oh, no, here comes the soldier right now. Oh, but big play by Polar as he takes out Joe at the last second, trying to take any idea to get up there, and that's going to be a GG.
Wow, that was 1.5 minutes left on the clock. That was very well played. So that's PremTech there catching 2 rounds at Breakfast Club catching 1, meaning 4 points here going to PremTech and also the win, and 2 consolation points going to Breakfast Club.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that every team that was on offense last, which is usually the way kind of like payload maps are, but every team on offense last won their respective round.
Yeah, that was a very, very close game, and it was very hectic.
As Steel always is, always the fun times with Steel.
Oh man, I'm looking at the logs right now for that last game, and it definitely does look like PremTech have got more kills. The damage is about the same of both teams, and we can see that Joe there putting out the most kills. He getting 4 medic picks there, but then Mato and Shadowburn soon following him. Like, I'm looking at all the logs, and they're all like incredibly close between both teams.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows like, again, like this map, you can have very close logs, but it still doesn't mean the match was necessarily as close as that. With a minute extra in the time, that teamwork and team pushing and stuff like that can kind of override what the logs necessarily say.
Yeah, who's the man of the match for you?
For me, oh man, I don't know if I have like one player who I thought was just like outstanding. I don't know. Mia, I'm gonna be lame here because I don't want to call anybody out or something like that. Who did you see?
I think I'm gonna give it to Shadowburn for almost doing as much damage as his demo man, like on some maps. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna give it to Shadowburn, I think. Although, like, not that Captain played badly. In fact, Captain played like very well as well.
Yeah. Can I just give it to engineers everywhere? Just not even. It doesn't even matter. Every engineer out there gets the MVP because they never are gonna get it.
All right. I think it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Do you have any final words to say, Sigafoo? Any shout-outs?
Any shout-outs? Shout out to Kip and Chat. All you guys out in chat. I see a few of my viewers out there, and shout out to John. Thanks for having me on here. And I would say shout out to you, but you're right here. I could yell, I guess, if you wanted. But happy our first cast together. It's really awesome. Thank you guys for having me out here.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. You've been watching Blackout TV cover this ETF2L Highlander Season 6 Week 1 game between PremTech and Breakfast Club. I've been your caster Sunny Starmia, alongside the lovely Sigafoo and with John on stream. Lots of this cast will be available on Twitch and on YouTube. You should follow Blackout TV on Twitter and join our Steam group for updates. For more information about us, go to blackoutgaming.org. Good luck to both teams for future matches, and thank you to our viewers for tuning in. Hopefully you'll come back to us for some more TF2.